Get creative, like Hunt.
The tallest building in the state of Indiana, the Chase Tower, rising high above our location today at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton is a...
Well, DA, clearly he wants to make his mark. Thanks for that report. And long-range shooting a strength for both of these teams, Brent. What was the best shooting team you ever were a part of?
Now, Kevin, I had to look up the numbers because I might be wrong in terms of percentage, but the feel that I get was a team that I played for in Seattle. It had Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis, Luke Ridenour, who was a young player at that time, but that Seattle team had a lot of guys who could gun it up there and look for that three ball. That was a great shooting team.
Now Golden State's starting five. Warriors making some changes. Smith checked in for Warren. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Hield. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Halliburton. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green comes in for Kuminga. And it's Captain Clutch in for Klay Thompson.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Here's Rubio. Now the feed to Smith.
2 minutes.
With the drive, and it's Smith finishing it off.
And Rubio just waiting for the shooter to get open and then gets the assist.
To the inside, Turner with the steal. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Shoots over Henry. No good that time. Some solid defense from Henry. Warriors leading by 6. It's one of the things most fans don't notice, but Malcolm Brogdon, Greg, is one of the best free throw shooters ever.
How about had a year where he shot 93% from the line to lead the NBA, and for his career, just about a 90% shooter. That's a huge advantage for a point guard like Brogdon, a guy who handles the ball late in close games.
Wiseman, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Smith finds Brogdon. Out to Taylor. 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprise, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Here's Wiggins, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Wiggins thrives as a secondary option. Seems that is the role he's best fit for. His efficiency soared.
First trip to the line for him here. No good on the free throw.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
Jackson, he's checked in for Indiana. Kevon Looney is checked in for the Warriors. Poole comes in for Stephen Curry. And the second free throw, good. Pacers trail by 8. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now. And it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Porter's checked in. And here is Poole. 9 points last game out. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and the shot is good.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Brogdon against Green. Now here's Poole. The kick out to Porter. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Warriors ahead, up 10. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Well, he's won at the highest levels, and Steph Curry understands what's required to get back.
Stay in the moment and just focus on here and now.
Well, you hear it. Keeping your focus.
And as much defensive attention as Curry commands on a nightly basis, he can't afford a lapse of focus.
And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Pacers. Brogdon out there with Ricky Rubio. And there's Jackson. And it's Smith. And it's Warren in at the 3. Brogdon kicks to Rubio. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And the shot by Warren, no good. Warriors leading by 10. The drive by Green. And Green slams it in.
Draymond Green taking it out on the rim that time.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Outside Jackson. Rubio left side. Brogdon outside. Over Green. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Porter and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. Malcolm Brogdon has become a Pacers stalwart. He said, I fit the identity of this team as an underdog that overperforms and proves me wrong. He has to be the leader of this team. I lead with my voice and by example. I'll be fearless on the court so that my teammates can follow. Kevin?
I love what he's about, David. Thank you. And the rejection by Jackson. Now Rubio. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Great defense that time from Henry. Here's Poole. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Yeah, I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Turner's checked in. So it's the Golden State Warriors with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Changes here for the Pacers. Smith checked in for Taylor. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for T.J. Warren. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Buddy Hield. And Brent, some interesting family history here. Your dad, Rick, brother John, and you all ended your careers playing for the Houston Rockets.
The next time, Kevin, that you and I are broadcasting a game in Houston, I'll walk you across the street to the Berry Cemetery, and we'll take a look at the headstone.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Inside for them, it's Green and Looney. Jordan Poole is out there with Captain Clutch, and it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Brogdon, and Looney sends it back.
Well, nice defense from Looney, able to totally upset the shot because of his positioning.
Back to Porter, launches it. It's good from long range. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Smith outside. Back to Rubio. There's the drive. Count it. Good. Rubio's got his third basket of the night.
You understand what the defense is trying to do, but Rubio just so creative out there to make plays.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
Draymond Green holding everybody accountable. We've seen this before.
The Pacers making a change here. Hield's checked in. James Wiseman, he's checked in for the Warriors. Gary Payton comes in for Captain Clutch. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago. Changes here for the Pacers. Jackson, he's checked in for Smith. And Halliburton subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Most coaches would settle for the opposition taking mid-range jump shots, but tonight they're on fire from there.
We've got Miles Turner. Hield is out there with Jackson. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Brogdon in at the 2-guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Halliburton kicks to Jackson. Here's the teardrop. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Jackson. And so often, Draymond Green is called the heart of this team.
Well, he's been such a great leader since his time at Michigan State. He's out there barking directions to his offensive players. He's out there barking defensive assignments. He's barking at his coach. The list goes on, but that energy is infectious and helps lead his team to greater heights.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Back to Turner. Pass to Hield. Halliburton on the wing. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Curry passes to Bielitsa. Iguodala against Hield. The pass to Henry. And Bielitsa kicks to Iguodala. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Iguodala's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, he fights through some aggressive defense. Iguodala using those broad shoulders and not taking no for an answer.
Here's Brogdon. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Looney's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes it to Bielitsa. Over Jackson.
Remaining in the game.
It's rebounded by Indiana. That's a 2 from Hield. Excellent D here by Iguodala.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Pass to Bielitsa. And we are seeing a lot of star players now, Brent, gravitate to the big markets. Do you think the NBA will ever have something like a franchise tag similar to pro football?
That's an interesting idea. I don't think so. I don't know if the NBA Players Union would sign off on something like that. The first thing that might be addressed is getting to a point where there is a salary cap and a hard cap for teams to stay under some sort of financial restrictions that allow the smaller market teams to compete in some ways. But up until that time, Kevin, I don't see much of that changing.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Turner. Brissett comes in for Jackson. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Payton passes to Looney. Tipped away and stolen by McConnell.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance
for Stephen Curry.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
Pass to McConnell. Stevenson with it. Three-pointer. And no good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.
A lot of people on social media were asking me about MP's game last night. And I gotta say, I'm not surprised. His coach was right not to play him early in the season. He didn't earn it. And that was a full display last night. Just goes to show you what a diva he is. He doesn't have talent, so he creates drama. That's all he knows. MP might stick around the NBA a little longer than I thought, but I promise you this, he will never be an all-star in this league, not even close. So all y'all talking that big talk need to pump y'all brakes that quick, because Perk says so.
Coach G, what's going on? Hey, look, I got to be honest with you. When my agents told me they was hiring you, I thought they was pranking me.
Am I that bad?
Ah, come on, look, you my boy. This is the best news I heard all month.
Yeah, well, Harvey didn't want a walking, talking reminder of how things went south with you, hanging around the training facility.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, and luckily he put in a good word with this ownership group, so here I am.
Look, I told you my actions wouldn't affect you.
I'm not sure that's the lesson here.
Okay, look, I was just playing, man. Look, it's dope that you're here. And honestly, I wouldn't have been able to live with myself if you would have gotten fired over me.
Yeah, well, I think you would have figured out a way.
I mean, yeah, but it still would have hurt.
You know, I used to think you were adorable. Now I think maybe you're just devious.
Hey, look, Coach, I got to keep them guessing. A little mystery's part of the brain, know what I'm saying?
Okay, I think we're done here. Good to see you, MP.
Good to see you, Coach.